Hello and welcome to Leon's Cooking Show. Today we're gonna make chili. Okay, get a pot. I'm gonna use corn oil for this, but you could use any oil. So add a couple tablespoons. That's good. Heat that up. And right now we're gonna add some crushed pepper. Put a lot. For this recipe we're gonna use 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm using this organic company. So take your ground beef and we're gonna brown it first. Now, if you like your onions caramelized, we're gonna first cook the onions and then add the beef. But if I like my onions to be a little crunchy, so I'm gonna add the onions after the beef. You could use any meat for this. You could use chicken, you could use lamb, whatever you like. But traditionally, chili is made with ground beef. Now we're gonna salt it. Okay, let me show you what else we have in our recipe. We have about a pound of onions and 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, and also we have some vegetables. We have carrots, celery, and green pepper, but you could use any combination of vegetables you like. So then we have 4 cans of beans. I'm using black beans and I'm also using white beans. You could use a pinto, you could use any beans you like. We have 1 can of tomatoes. You could use crushed tomatoes, sauce, whatever you like. And we also have some herbs. I'm using a combination of parsley, cilantro, and thyme. And finally, we're gonna also use some spices. We're gonna use this pre-blended chili powder. And inside we have organic chili pepper, sea salt, cumin, oregano, and garlic. To give it a kick, I'm gonna also use some cumin. And these are my spices. I have everything organized here. Here we go, here's some cumin. And to give it a little spicy Mexican feel, I'm also going to use Tabasco. So about a teaspoon of Tabasco is fine. You could use any hot sauce you like. So what's great about this recipe is it's really quick to make and it's ready in half an hour. It's healthy and you could pretty much eat it all week. Welcome back. Come look. This is how your meat should look when you're done. No red. It's all nice and even color. I'm gonna add the onions and the garlic. Like I said, if you like this caramelized, you could either caramelize in another pan and then add it, or you could caramelize in the beginning before the meat and then you just cook it with the meat. So just mix it and cook it for another few minutes. You just want it to be translucent. You don't want to caramelize it. This smells heavenly, by the way. This smells heavenly right now. Alright, This is good. Okay, add the rest of your vegetables. Now you're gonna give it a 4 or 5 minutes to cook down a little bit. Mix it. This is looking good already. At this point, we could add our tomato sauce because they need some liquid, otherwise it's going to start burning. So add your tomatoes. There's not enough liquid, you can always add more water, but at this point, just let the vegetables cook out, and that's going to give it its own vegetable stock to the meal. Mix it. Okay, there's a trick I want to show you. If you're cooking for a big party, you're going to need 2 pots. In one pot, you're going to cook the meat and all the vegetables with the tomato sauce. In the second pot, you're going to heat up some chicken stock, and then you're going to add the rest of your ingredients. Because I'm using already pre-cooked beans from a can, you don't want them to fall apart in your chili. So you're going to cook this on low, and you cook the rest of your ingredients on medium. That way this is nice and ready, and this is not going to be overcooked. And this is also the pot where you're going to put all your flavor, because you want the beans to be like the main star of the dish. You want the chili to really have tasty beans. So you're going to put all your spices and all your herbs in this pot with the chicken stock. Now if you're cooking just for a small family or just a couple of friends, you could make it all in one pot. So you would cook all the ingredients together. Okay, our stock is hot right now, so we're going to flavor it. And we're going to flavor it with the chili powder. A nice tablespoon for this recipe. Like that. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of cumin seeds. You can also use ground cumin. And then we're going to use about a teaspoon of Tabasco. If you don't like it spicy, you could just skip this step. Okay. Now I already added some thyme, and I also made a fine chiffonade of the herbs. This is what a chiffonade looks like. Just a fine dice. That's good. Mix all of this together. Now we're gonna add our beans. Now what I like to do is I like to pre-wash them and just let them dry, and then you add them to your meal. mix this again. Season it with some salt. I'm gonna set both of these for about half an hour. Close it. Put it on low. Mix this. Mix this about every 20-30 minutes until it's cooked. At this point, it's not going to burn. I'll see you in half an hour. Our chili is done. It took about an hour because I made so much chili. But the way to serve this is you take 2 portions of this, which is your meat and vegetables, and then you take 1 portion of the beans with the stock and all the flavors. Just put it on top like this. Enjoy.